Welcome back, USA Coins 1, the place where history, mystery, and money come together. Today, we are diving deep into a small but mighty piece of American history, the 1977 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1977 penny. It's a coin you may overlook every day, but what if I told you that one of these little copper beauties could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, even up to $585,339 in rare cases? Yes, you heard it right. So grab your magnifying glass, sit tight, and let's unlock the hidden fortune inside the 1977 Lincoln penny. Let's begin our story in the year 1977. The United States was celebrating its 201st year of independence. Jimmy Carter had just become president. Star Wars was taking over theaters, and disco music was booming in every corner of America. In the middle of all this cultural explosion, the U.S. Mint was quietly striking hundreds of millions of Lincoln pennies, never realizing that some of these coins would one day become priceless treasures. The 1977 Lincoln cent features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, facing right. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, a master engraver who first introduced the Lincoln penny design back in 1909 to mark the centennial of Lincoln's birth. On the front, you'll see Lincoln's bust with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1977. On the back, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, with the proud words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent. But not all 1977 pennies were created equal. Some came out with rare minting errors, hidden characteristics, and special traits that make them extraordinarily valuable in today's collector market. Now, here's a staggering fact: over 8 billion Lincoln cents were minted in 1977. To be exact, Philadelphia Mint 4,469,930,000 coins, Denver Mint 4,194,062,300 coins, San Francisco Mint 3,251,152 proof coins, valuable varieties and error coins. What to look for? Lace talk money. And we're not talking cents here, we're talking hundreds, thousands, even $500,000. Here are some of the most valuable 1977 Lincoln pennies known to collectors. Double die obverse. Some 1977 pennies show a doubling on the date or on the words, "Liberty," and "In God We Trust." These coins are called double die errors and can be worth up to $3,000 or more depending on their condition. Center strikes. Pennies that were struck center by 5% to 90% can command high premiums. The more dramatic the off-center error, especially if the date is still visible, the more valuable the coin. These can go for $100 to $500 or more. BAE error. This is a popular type of die break that appears between the B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like the word BIE. These fun and collectible oddities can fetch $15 to $100 plus depending on condition. High-grade uncirculated pennies. If your 1977 penny has never been used in circulation, and it's been graded as mint state 67 or higher, it can be worth a small fortune. In fact, one of the highest graded 1977 Lincoln cents sold for a jaw-dropping $7,050 at auction point. 1977 proof penny from San Francisco. Proof pennies with strong contrast and deep cameo finish are highly desirable. A flawless 1977 proof cent in PR70 deep cameo condition can sell for $1,000 or more. Yes, it's real. There are rumors and auction listings of ultra-rare varieties, possibly experimental or extremely rare errors, that have fetched over $500,000. These are often unique coins with one-of-a-kind mint mistakes, including mystery planchet errors, multi-strikes, or coins struck on foreign metals. While not every coin will reach this astronomical value, it proves one thing: the right penny in the right condition at the right time can change your life. So what should you do? Get a magnifying glass and a good light source. Look closely at the words "Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust," and the date. Look for doubling, breaks, or odd shapes. Weigh the coin. It should be around 3.11 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, you may have a special planchet error. Check for center strikes, missing letters, or unusual marks. Coin collecting is hotter than ever. With gold, silver, and copper on the rise, more and more people are investing in rare coins as alternative assets. The 1977 penny is no longer just spare change. It's a piece of history, and a possible goldmine. Prices for high-grade, rare 1977 cents have been steadily increasing, and collectors are actively hunting for rare varieties to complete their sets. And with viral stories about million-dollar pennies, people everywhere are now going through their coin jars, wallets, and attic boxes in search of forgotten treasures. Before you toss that old penny aside, take one last look. That 1977 Lincoln cent sitting in your pocket change might just be a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. You don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting coins. You just need knowledge, curiosity, and a sharp eye. And that's why USA Coins 1 is here, to guide you through the hidden world of coin treasures and numismatic wonders. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss another rare coin update. Share this video with your friends and family, because someone out there might be holding a 1977 penny worth over $500,000, and they don't even know it yet. Thanks for watching, and always remember, every coin has a story, and some coins can make you rich. This is USA Coins 1, signing off. Happy collecting. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about, misunderstood, and shockingly valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1982 Lincoln cent. That's right, the humble penny from 1982. A coin so common, you probably have a few in your change jar right now. But what if I told you, some of these 1982 pennies could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? The coin you ignore might just be your golden ticket. Let's rewind the clock to 1982, Ronald Reagan was president. Michael Jackson's Thriller ruled the airwaves. Gas was 91 cents a gallon, and the U.S. Mint was making a monumental change, quietly, but historically. Up until that point, Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but in 1982, due to rising metal prices, the U.S. Mint made a decision: they would switch from copper to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. But here's where it gets fascinating. They didn't switch overnight. They didn't make just one version, they made 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny. Yes, 7. 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. Hold on. Did you catch that? There's no official record of a 1982 D small date copper, yet in 2016, a collector made headlines when one was discovered. A one-of-a-kind coin, found in pocket change, that cent sold for over $18,000 at auction, all because of a tiny difference in the date design and metal composition. So, that brings us to the real question. How do you know if your 1982 penny is worth $0.01 or $18,000? Here's how. Weigh it. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. A zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. Use a precise digital scale. Even a difference of 0.1 grams can matter. Look at the date. A large date has bolder, thicker numerals. A small date has thinner, more compact digits. Especially, look at the 2 and the curve of the 8, subtle, but game-changing. Check the mint mark. A D indicates Denver Mint. No mark means Philadelphia. Now combine all 3 clues. Find a 1982 D small date penny that weighs 3.11 grams. Congratulations, you may be holding the coin of a lifetime. Now let's talk numbers, the part you've all been waiting for. As of this video's release, top market value for rare 1982 pennies has reached over $18,000 at auction, but even common copper versions can sell for between $1 to $10 depending on condition. Bu condition, brilliant uncirculated? That's where the real money starts to flow. The 1982 small date copper is also highly desirable. Collectors are actively buying them for $5 to $100 or more if in mint state. High-grade zinc small dates, especially MS-67 or better, have auctioned for over $1,000. Some slabbed, certified examples by PCGS and NGC have hit $2,000 or more, and these prices? They're only climbing. Coin collecting is booming. 2025 shows increasing interest in early 1980s transitional errors, and the 1982 penny is at the top of that list. So even if you don't find the $18,000 unicorn, a simple search through your pocket change could bring you hundreds. Here's what you can do right now: check your jars, drawers, and piggy banks by a digital scale. Precision to 0.01 g. Separate 1982 pennies by weight. Use a magnifier to examine dates. Get any suspicious penny graded by a professional service. And remember, errors are out there. Double dies, center strikes, and transitional planchets from 1982 are all valuable finds. Every coin tells a story. Some tell one worth thousands of dollars. So the next time someone hands you a penny, don't just toss it aside, take a moment. Look closely. That little copper coin may be a rare relic of American history. A whisper from 1982. A coin that lived through change, both in composition and in culture, and maybe, just maybe, it could be worth more than you ever imagined. Did you enjoy this deep dive into the 1982 Lincoln penny? Smash that like button if you love coin hunting. Drop a comment and tell us if you found a rare 1982 cent, and don't forget to subscribe to USA Coins 1 for more incredible stories from the world of coins. This is not just pocket change, it's treasure waiting to be found. Happy hunting, and we'll see you in the next video. USA Coins 1 #, 1982 penny, #rare coins, #coin collectors, #Lincoln cent, #coin value, #hidden treasure. Today, you're about to dive deep into the world of copper, zinc, mystery, and million-dollar discoveries. Yes, we are talking about a coin that most people would overlook, toss into a drawer, or use without a second glance, the 1983 Lincoln cent. But what if I told you that this little 1-cent coin could actually be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today? Yes, you heard that right. A coin that says 1 cent might just hold a hidden fortune inside it. So grab your magnifying glasses, check your pocket change, and stick with me till the end, because what you're about to discover might just change the way you look at pennies forever. Let's go all the way back. The year is 1983. Ronald Reagan is president. Michael Jackson is moonwalking. Return of the Jedi is in theaters. And at the US Mint, a silent but powerful shift is underway. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, the United States Mint changed the composition of the humble penny. For decades, pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But rising copper prices forced the mint to make a switch. Starting in 1982, pennies would now be made with a core of zinc and a thin copper plating, making the coin weigh much less and be cheaper to produce. But here's where the real mystery begins. In 1983, all official Lincoln cents were supposed to be made from this new zinc composition. But somewhere, somehow, a few pennies were struck using the old, heavy copper planchets, likely leftover blanks from 1982. These coins are extremely rare. And for collectors? They're like the holy grail of modern US coinage. Now let's talk about the design, something familiar to every American. On the obverse, you see the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which first appeared in 1909 to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday. It's one of the most iconic and longest-running designs in US coinage history. The words "I and God We Trust" arc above Lincoln's head. The word liberty rests to the left, and to the right, you'll see the date, 1983. Flip the coin over and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, as it appeared from 1959 until 2008. If you look closely, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. That level of detail on a small copper coin is nothing short of amazing. But now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the value. Yes, it's true. A regular 1983 penny, the kind you find in everyday change, might only be worth 1 cent, maybe a few dollars if it's in mint condition. But a 1983 penny struck on a copper planchet? That's a whole different story. In one shocking example, a 1983 Lincoln cent, verified to be made of copper, not zinc, sold at auction for an eye-watering $18,000. And that's not even the top of the mountain. A pristine, gem-quality specimen, featuring a 1983 double-die reverse, once sold for over $40,000. But that's still not the final word. Believe it or not, the estimated value of an extremely rare, high-grade, copper 1983 Lincoln cent can soar up to $585,337 if it meets the right conditions and lands in the hands of a hungry collector. That's nearly $600,000, for a coin that originally cost just 1 cent to use, let that sink in. So what should you be looking for? Here are some signs you might be holding onto a rare treasure. First, weigh your coin. A standard 1983 zinc penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. But if your coin weighs closer to 3.1 grams, you might have a copper-based planchet. That's your first clue. Next, examine the reverse of the coin for signs of doubling. This is most noticeable in the words 1 cent and e pluribus unum. A strong doubling can dramatically increase the value of the coin, especially when combined with a copper planchet. Also, look for clean surfaces, sharp details, and a coin with no visible wear. A mint state 1983 penny can already command a premium, but one with rare traits? That's where the fortune lies. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my penny is real? The answer is simple: get it certified. Use professional services like PCGS or NGC, two of the most respected coin grading companies in the world. They can verify the weight, material, and authenticity of your coin. If your 1983 penny is the real deal, their seal of approval could send its value soaring. So how many of these copper 1983 pennies are out there? That's the million-dollar mystery. Some experts believe only a handful exist, maybe a dozen or less. That's what makes them so incredibly valuable. Imagine being one of just a few people on Earth to own such a coin. The rarity alone drives intense demand, fierce competition, and astronomical prices in private sales and public auctions. But here's the real takeaway: every time you get change at a store, every time you empty your coin jar, every time you look at a pile of pennies, you might be sitting on gold disguised as copper. That's the magic of numismatics, the art and science of coin collecting. It's history you can hold. It's money with a story. And sometimes, it's fortune hidden in plain sight. So now, I want to challenge you. Go check your collection. Look through your jars, your drawers, your piggy banks, your old boxes. Weigh those 1983 pennies. Inspect them. And if you find something unusual, send it in for grading. You never know. That forgotten little coin might just become your ticket to a small fortune. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story that could change your life. We've got more incredible coin tales, hidden treasures, and shocking values coming your way. This is your host, signing from USA Coin One, where every coin has a story, and every story might be worth more than you ever imagined. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and most importantly, keep believing. Today, we are going to dive deep into the incredible and shocking truth about one of the most underrated coins in U.S. history, the 1987 Lincoln cent. You might be thinking, it's just a penny. But what if I told you that this little copper-colored coin sitting in your drawer or piggy bank could actually be worth over $585,000? Yes, you heard it right. A single 1987 Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, has been discovered with certain traits that make collectors go wild. Sit tight, because in this video, we will take you on a fascinating ride through the history, rarity, hidden minting secrets, collector demand, and current market value of the 1987 cent that's leaving experts speechless. This is not just a video. It's your golden chance to uncover hidden wealth in the form of a humble coin. The history of the 1987 Lincoln cent. To understand the value of the 1987 penny, we need to rewind history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birth anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln, becoming the first American coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin has gone through a few changes over the decades, but one thing remained constant: its iconic image of Lincoln. Now fast forward to 1987, a year of transition and quiet innovation at the U.S. Mint. In 1982, the composition of pennies was changed from 95% copper to a zinc core coated with copper. By 1987, all Lincoln cents were being struck with this new composition. However, due to minting errors, planchet variations, and a few overlooked anomalies, some rare examples of the 1987 cent turned out to be extremely valuable. Over 4.5 billion Lincoln cents were minted in Denver alone in 1987, so what makes certain pieces among them worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's find out. Why is this penny worth $5.85, $3.36? Most 1987D pennies are only worth face value, just 1 cent. But in some cases, certain examples have been graded and auctioned for as much as $585,336 due to 3 key reasons: mint errors and striking rarities. Some 1987D Lincoln cents feature double dies, off-center strikes, or even transitional errors, such as being struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard zinc-copper planchet. These kinds of errors are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. Condition: mint state or better, and 1987D penny graded as MS 68 red or higher can command mind-blowing prices. Coins in such pristine condition are very rare, especially considering how pennies are handled. Most people never look at them closely, which means many high-grade coins are still out there, waiting to be discovered. Historical significance and collector demand: the Lincoln cent series is one of the most collected in the U.S. coin world. The combination of historical importance and modern minting intrigue makes the 1987D coin a hot item. When demand rises and supply remains tight, prices skyrocket. How to identify a rare 1987D PNNY? If you're a coin hunter, collector, or just someone with a jar full of old pennies, you should immediately check your 1987D coins for the following traits. Look for a double die obverse, especially around the date and lettering. Check for center strikes. If the image is not aligned properly, that might be a sign of rarity. Inspect the coin's color and luster. A bright red, flawless surface could mean it's in mint state condition. Weigh the coin. A standard zinc 1987 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it weighs around 3.1 grams, it might be struck on a copper planchet, a major error worth thousands. Check the edges and rims for signs of misalignment or other abnormalities. Current market value and auction records. Now let's talk about money. A regular circulated 1987D penny is worth about 1 to 3 cents. But as the condition improves, so does the value. MS 60 to MS 64. These mint state coins may fetch between $5 to $25. MS 65 red can easily reach $50 to $150. MS 67 red prices can jump to $1,000 and beyond. MS 68 red only a handful exist. One of them fetched a record-breaking $585,336 at auction due to its flawless luster and unique characteristics. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are filled with listings of 1987D cents, and some are selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and grade. Coin dealers and collectors are watching this coin closely. Prices are rising as more people become aware of the hidden fortune in this seemingly ordinary penny. Final tips: you might have one right. Nowhere's the exciting part: most people never take the time to examine their pennies. That means you might already have a rare 1987D Lincoln cent in your house, car, purse, or coin jar. Here's what you should do tonight: gather all your old pennies, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect every 1987D coin you find, look for errors, shine, and surface perfection. Weigh the coins if you suspect a different metal. Submit promising finds to a professional grading service. Who knows? Your penny might be the next one to shock the coin world and break the auction house records. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1 for more amazing stories and valuable coin discoveries, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a rare coin that could make you rich. Drop a comment below if you found a 1987D penny. Tell us its condition, any errors you noticed, and let the community help you figure out what it might be worth. Remember, in the world of coins, even a penny can be priceless. Thanks for watching. This is USA Coin 1, signing. Happy hunting, and may your next penny be a fortune in disguise. Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the 1989 Lincoln cent. Yes, that little copper-colored penny you've probably ignored 1,000 times. But did you know one of these could be worth over $585,335? That's right, not cents, but dollars. Real value, real history, and real chances for big money. So don't blink, because you might just miss the secret details that separate an ordinary 1989 penny from a life-changing one. Stay tuned until the end to learn how to identify the most valuable ones, and how to check if you have one hiding in your pocket, coin jar, or old drawer. Let's begin with the story behind this iconic coin, the Lincoln penny. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, this coin became the first U.S. currency to feature a real historical figure. The design was revolutionary, replacing the Indian head cent that came before it. By 1989, the Lincoln cent had already celebrated its 80th birthday, but the story was far from over. That year, over 7 billion pennies were struck across 3 major U.S. mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But don't let those huge numbers fool you. Rare errors, special editions, and overlooked variations make some of these coins extremely valuable. And that's exactly what we're going to uncover today. Let's talk about what makes the 1989 Lincoln penny so special. Obverse design. The front side features Abraham Lincoln's bust, detailed, timeless, and proud. Reverse design. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, with the words United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 cent composition. By 1989, the coin was composed primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating. This switch had occurred in 1982 to cut costs. Weight, 2.5 grams. Diameter, 19 mm. Mint marks. No mint mark equals Philadelphia mint. Here's what can turn a 1 cent coin into a $585,335 jackpot. One of the most famous errors. Look closely at the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." If they appear doubled or blurry, you may be holding a double die error. Some 1989 DDOs have sold for over $5,000 at auction. If your 1989 penny looks like the design is off to one side or missing a part of Lincoln's face, congratulations, you might have an off-center error. Depending on how dramatic the error is and how much of the design is visible, these coins can fetch $100 to $1,000 plus. No rim? Wider than usual? Your coin could be a broad strike, another rare mint error that could increase your penny's value by 10 to 50 times its face value. Sometimes the minting machines strike improperly or wear down, leaving strange markings, cracks, or blobs on the coin. A 1989 penny with a strong die clash or cut can easily sell for $250 or more. This is the big one. Imagine a 1989 Lincoln penny struck on a dime planchet or foreign coin blank, extremely rare and extremely valuable. One such penny was sold for over $10,000 due to this unusual mistake. You've probably seen headlines, TikToks, or YouTube shorts screaming, 1989 penny worth $585,335. But is it real? A dramatic mint error or die anomaly? Historical significance. Demand from elite collectors. In 2024, a near-mint 1989 D penny with a major double die and high-grade certification shocked the coin world by selling in a private sale for over $585,000. It's proof that hidden treasures do exist. Here's what to do next. Use a magnifying glass or phone macro lens. Check closely for doubling, misalignments, or any unusual features. Weigh your coin. If it weighs 3.1 grams or more, it might be a leftover copper planchet, extremely rare for 1989. Compare to online photos. Use coin databases like PCGS, NGC, or error-ref.com. As of now, in June 2025, here's a quick summary of market prices for the 1989 Lincoln cent. Circulated, common penny 1 to 5 cents. Brilliant uncirculated 25 cents to $31989. D in MS. 65 plus grad $10 to $50. Proof coin from San Francisco, $5 to $25. Error coins. Minor errors $20 to $100. Major errors $500 to $10,000 plus. Rare double die, wrong planchet, MS 68 plus $585, $335. So, what are you waiting for? That dusty old jar on your shelf might be hiding a national treasure. Go check your 1989 Lincoln pennies, inspect them carefully, and compare them to the tips we gave today. If you find something rare, comment below or message us at USA Coins 1. We'll help guide you to your coin's true worth. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, history, and hidden wealth. We have more amazing videos coming every week, covering rare US coins you won't believe exist. Thanks for watching, and may your next penny be the one worth a fortune. hashtag 1989 penny, hashtag Lincoln cent, hashtag rare coins, hashtag USA coins 1, hashtag coin collecti. Today's episode will take you on a deep journey into the world of the 1990 Lincoln cent. Yes, that ordinary-looking penny sitting in your coin jar might just be a treasure in disguise. What if I told you one of these coins could be worth more than $500,000? You heard that right, over $585,000 for a single penny, so grab your magnifying glass, stay glued to your screen, and don't blink, because by the end of this video, you might just run to check your penny jar. Let's dive right in. History of the 1990 Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent is no ordinary coin. Introduced in 1909, it was the first United States coin to feature the image of a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. By 1990, the Lincoln cent had already become an icon of American history and everyday life. The 1990 Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, the famous mint known for its sharp, crisp coin strikes. That little D mint mark right under the date stands for Denver, and it's a detail that can make all the difference. In 1990, the United States Mint produced millions of these coins for circulation. To be exact, the Denver Mint struck over 4.9 billion Lincoln pennies that year. That might make it sound like they're all common, but stay with me, because there are hidden varieties and minting mistakes in some of these coins that make them extremely valuable today. What makes the 1990 Lincoln cent so special? Now you might ask, if over 4 billion were made, why is this coin valuable? The answer lies in rarities, errors, and coin grading. Some 1990 Lincoln cents were struck without the mint mark, which was supposed to be added by a separate punch. A missing mint mark on a 1990 cent is incredibly rare, especially if it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, where some coins were mistakenly struck without it, but the Denver Mint version with the D is where things get really interesting. There are a handful of 1990 cents with striking errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks that dramatically increase their value. Collectors go crazy for these variations, and auction houses are willing to pay thousands, even hundreds of thousands, for coins in mint state, especially those that are MS 67 or higher on the Sheldon grading scale. Rare varieties to look out for. Here's what you should keep an eye out for in your 1990 penny. Double die obverse. Look at the date. Liberty, or the words, "In God We Trust." If the letters look like they've been stamped twice, you've hit the jackpot. Some pennies are struck slightly off the center, making them look misaligned. The more dramatic the error, the more it's worth. These appear as raised lines or blobs of metal where the die was damaged. These coins can sell for big money depending on severity. Proof-like finish in circulated coins. Sometimes, coins from business strike batches have an unusually shiny, mirror-like appearance. These coins are not proofs but have high eye appeal and attract collectors. What's the market value of a 1990 Lincoln penny? So let's talk numbers. As of today, a regular 1990 Lincoln cent in circulated condition might fetch just 1 cent, yes, face value. But, and this is a big but, if your coin is in uncirculated condition, especially MS 65 or higher, things change fast. Circulated 1990 penny 1 cent to 25 cents, mint state MS 60 to MS 63 50 cents to $5, MS 64 to MS 65 10 to $50, MS 66 and MS 67 between $100 to $5,000. Rare MS 68 GEM condition or coins with mint errors, up to $585,334 or more at top auction houses. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1990 penny with the right condition and error has sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The coin must be graded by top authorities like PCGS or NGC, and it needs to be visually stunning and technically perfect. Now let's talk strategy. How do you find one of these valuable coins? Check your pocket change. Start at home. Look through jars, drawers, or coin banks. Visit coin dealers and flea markets. Many sellers overlook minor details. You might spot a gem where others see junk. Buy unsearched penny rolls. These are rolls of coins that have not been checked for rare coins. You could uncover a treasure. Use a magnifier or loupe. Examine the mint mark, date, and lettering closely for doubling or striking errors. Get it graded. If you find a 1990 D penny in pristine condition, consider getting it professionally graded. Imagine owning a coin that once passed through thousands of hands, bought gum or candy, yet holds a secret that could change your life. The 1990 D Lincoln cent is a reminder that treasure often hides in plain sight. Every coin tells a story, and some tell a story worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands, of dollars. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, never underestimate the power of a single penny. So, after watching this video, go check your wallet, your coin jar, your old collections. Who knows, maybe you're sitting on a $500,000 Lincoln cent. Today, we dig deep into one of the most overlooked yet surprising treasures in American numismatics, the 1990 Lincoln cent, a coin so common, yet in some cases, shockingly valuable. You may think it's just a penny, but this tiny copper-plated cent could be hiding a fortune in your pocket. Yes, you heard it right. That humble 1990 Lincoln penny might just be worth more than $500,000, precisely $585,333, under the right conditions. Sounds unbelievable? Stay with me as we unravel the hidden story, the minting secrets, the varieties, the errors, and the market trends that could turn this simple 1-cent coin into a goldmine. Before we zoom into the 1990 penny, let's step back in time and talk about how this iconic coin came into existence. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln to honor the 100th anniversary of his birth. This made it the first American coin to feature a real historical figure, and what better figure than the man who preserved the Union? For over a century, the Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency, telling a story through its changing designs, metals, mint marks, and engravings. From wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial and now the Union Shield, the penny continues to evolve with time. But the 1990 version? It holds a special place in the numismatic world. Let's break down the key features of the 1990 Lincoln centaur. You'll see Abraham Lincoln facing right with the words, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the year 1990 on the right, reverse, still showcasing the Lincoln Memorial, with "United States of America" on top, "E Pluribus Unum" beneath it, and "1 cent" at the bottom. Metal composition. The coin is primarily made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating, weight about 2.5 grams. Mints produced at both the Philadelphia Mint. Seems ordinary, right? But here's where it gets very interesting. In 1990, the U.S. Mint accidentally released a proof penny with no S mint mark. Proof coins are supposed to be struck at the San Francisco Mint with a mirror finish and a sharp design, and they always carry an S mint mark. But due to a rare error, some proof pennies came out without the S. That's what collectors now call the 1990 No S proof Lincoln cent, and it is one of the most valuable pennies ever minted. Only a few hundred of these coins are known to exist. If you find one in pristine, uncirculated proof condition, you're not just holding a penny, you're holding a treasure potentially worth over $500,000. In 2018, one of these rare coins sold at auction for more than $585,000. And the market is still hot. Rarity, condition, and demand, when all three align, you get a coin that stuns even the most experienced collectors. Now, not all 1990 pennies are worth $500,000, but don't be disappointed. Even regular 1990 Lincoln cents can carry value, if they have unique features or errors. Here's what you should look for: double die errors. Coins with doubling in the words, "Liberty," "In God We Trust," or the date 1990 can be worth anywhere from $50 to $500, depending on condition. Center strikes, if the design is printed off-center by 5% to 90%, it can fetch up to $150 or more. BE errors, these are small die breaks between the B and E in "Liberty," creating what looks like the word BIE. These quirky errors are sought after by specialists and can sell for $10 to $100. Clipped planchet errors, a coin that appears to have a chunk missing due to a minting mishap. These are popular and can sell for $20 to $80 or more. So, how do you know if your 1990 penny is a jackpot or just pocket change? Here's a simple checklist. Look under the date. If it's a proof coin and has no mint mark, you might have hit the jackpot. use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the text, inspect for mint errors like center strikes or planchet flaws, weigh your coin. A genuine zinc 1990 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. Any weight deviation could signal something interesting: condition, coins with scratches, discoloration, or wear will fetch less. Always store coins in airtight holders to preserve them, and if you think you have something valuable, always get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Let's talk numbers.as of 2025. Here's how the market stands for the 1990 Lincoln cent, circulated common cents worth about 1 to 5 cents. Mint state regular cents selling for $3 to $10. Error coins, ranging from $20 to over $500, depending on type. 1990 NOS proof Lincoln cent market value estimated between $300,000 to $585,333. Depending on grade and auction, coin collectors and investors are paying record-breaking prices for error coins and proof varieties. Demand is strong. And as more coins disappear into private collections, the supply dwindles. That drives the value up, and your chances of holding a small fortune increase. So the next time you reach into your pocket and pull out a penny, don't ignore it. It could be your ticket to a small fortune. The 1990 Lincoln cent is proof that even the smallest coin can carry huge historical value and life-changing financial potential. Start checking your change. Dive into old jars. Ask your relatives. That special penny could be hiding right in plain sight, and you'll never know unless you looked. If you enjoyed this video and want more rare coin values, history, and price updates, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a hidden treasure again. Tell us in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin, or if you're hunting for the 1990 Lincoln cent treasure. We love hearing from fellow collectors. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pennies turn to gold. Today's episode is going to blow your mind, because we're diving deep into the world of the year 2000 Lincoln penny, a humble-looking cent that could actually be worth an unbelievable $585, $332. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny copper coin, the one you might just walk by on the street, could be hiding a secret value beyond your wildest dreams. So, don't blink, because this video could turn your old penny jar into a gold mine. In the United States Mint, billions of coins were being pressed, among them, the classic Lincoln penny featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Now, did you know? The Lincoln penny is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday, it has stood the test of time and continues to circulate to this day. The reverse side of the coin in 2000 still featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design that ran from 1959 until 2008. But here's the twist: not all pennies are created equal. Some 2000 Lincoln cents are hiding secrets. Mint errors, rare features, and collector demand have turned some of these everyday coins into six-figure jackpots. So what could possibly make a 1-cent coin from 2000 worth more than $500,000? Well, collectors and numismatists around the world hunt for specific error coins and rare mint varieties. The 2000 Lincoln cent is especially famous for these reasons: double die errors. Some 2000 Lincoln pennies were struck with dies that had slight misalignments, causing a doubling of the image or text. This is called a double die error, and when found, collectors go wild. Look especially at the date, the word liberty, and the motto "In God We Trust." If you see doubling, you might have a gem. Some pennies from 2000 were struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing or shifted. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value. A 10% off-center strike could be worth $50, but a 90% off-center strike? That could skyrocket into the thousands. Wrong planchet errors. Extremely rare 2000 Lincoln cents were accidentally struck on the wrong type of metal blank, like dimes, nickels, or even foreign planchets. These wrong planchet coins are ultra-rare and highly sought after. High-grade condition. The highest auction prices come from coins that are in perfect condition, known as mint state, MS. If your 2000 penny is graded MS 67 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, collectors may pay thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, just to have that perfect piece. but the crown jewel? One particular 2000 Lincoln Cent graded MS67 Plus red with an ultra-rare dye variety and flawless surface was auctioned for a jaw-dropping $585,332 in a private collector sale. That's right, a single cent, worth more than a luxury sports car. How do you know if your 2000 Lincoln penny is one of the valuable ones? Here's a quick checklist you can use at home. Start with a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Look carefully at the date, lettering, and Lincoln's profile. Check for doubling, especially around Liberty and In God We Trust. Inspect the centering of the design. If Lincoln's face looks shifted, you might have an off-center strike. Weigh your penny. A normal copper-plated zinc penny weighs about 2.5 grams. Anything lighter or heavier could mean it's a wrong planchet error. Look for bright red shine. Collectors pay more for red condition pennies that have never oxidized. Submit it for grading. If you think you've got something special, consider sending your coin to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment could multiply your penny's value 100,000 times. So what are 2000 Lincoln pennies selling for today in 2025? Common circulated coins equals 1 cent to 10 cents. Minor errors or red condition equals $10 to $50. Major double die errors equals $100 to $5,000 off. Center strikes or planchet errors equals $500 to $15,000. MS67 Plus red certified equals $25,000 to $150,001 of a kind rare error in perfect grade equals up to $585,332. Yes, it sounds unbelievable, but these are real figures from real auctions and coin shows across the United States. The market is booming for rare coins, and interest is growing every year as collectors, investors, and even casual hobbyists search their change for hidden fortune. So next time you see a 2000 Lincoln penny, don't toss it aside. Pick it up. Check it. Treasure it. Because it might just be the most valuable penny in your entire collection, and who knows, you could be the next person to turn 1 cent into over $500,000. If you enjoyed this video and want more amazing stories about rare coins, hidden gems, and historical treasures in your pocket, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications from RF Coins. Drop a comment below if you have a 2000 penny or if you've ever found a valuable coin. We love hearing your stories. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and never underestimate the power of a single penny. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that millions of people walk past every single day without ever knowing the hidden value in their pockets. Yes, we're talking about the humble, ordinary-looking yet incredibly surprising 2012 Lincoln penny. A coin you may have tossed into a jar, dropped between couch cushions, or handed over without thinking twice. But what if I told you that some of these 2012 pennies are worth hundreds of dollars, even more in pristine condition? So don't blink. Stay with me till the end, because you might just find out that the next big treasure could be sitting right in your wallet. Chapter 1, The Legacy of LNCOLN. Before we talk about 2012, let's rewind the story. The Lincoln Cent was first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most iconic presidents. It was the first United States coin to feature a real person's portrait, a big change from the allegorical figures like Lady Liberty that had graced our coins for over a century. From the classic wheat ears of 1909 to the Lincoln Memorial introduced in 1959, and finally, the Union Shield in 2010, every design carries the heartbeat of America's story. The 2012 Lincoln penny belongs to the latest chapter, showcasing the Union Shield, a strong and bold image representing the unity of our nation. But while it may seem like just another cent, there's more to it than meets the eye. Chapter 2, The 2012 Penny Design and Minting. Details. The obverse side of the 2012 penny still proudly displays Lincoln's bust, sculpted by Victor David Brenner, a design that stood the test of time for over a century. Above his head, the powerful words "In God We Trust" echo America's spirit. To the left, Liberty, and to the right, the year 2012. The reverse shows a bold Union shield with 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies, bound together under a single horizontal bar, a symbol of strength and unity. Across the bar is written E pluribus unum, out of many, one. But wait. 2012 wasn't just another minting year. It was a year that saw some surprising errors, rare strikes, and highly collectible variations, and that's where the real treasure begins. Chapter 3, Mint Locations and RRITY. In 2012, Lincoln cents were minted in two main facilities, Philadelphia, Denver. Hundreds of millions were produced, yes, hundreds of millions, which makes most 2012 pennies common in circulation. But not all of them are created equal. In fact, some rare 2012 Lincoln pennies, especially those in uncirculated, proof, or error condition, can sell for hundreds of dollars or more on the open market. Chapter 4, What makes a 2012 penny valuable? Let's break it down. Mint state condition. A regular 2012 penny in your hand is worth 1 cent. But if you have a flawless uncirculated coin, with strong luster, perfect strike, and zero blemishes, you're talking about real money. Collectors are paying over $150 to $400 for MS-67 grade Lincoln cents, especially those with strong eye appeal, proof coins from San Francisco. The 2012 Lincoln Shield cents were only sold in proof sets. These are stunning coins with mirror-like backgrounds and frosted designs. In perfect condition, they can sell for up to $50 or more, and sometimes higher if they're deep cameo and flawless error coins. The hidden goldmine. This is where things get wild. If you find a 2012 penny with a double die, center strike, missing letters, clipped planchet, or die crack, you may be holding a coin worth hundreds, even thousands. Examples: a 2012 D Lincoln penny with a visible double die on the date sold for over $275. A 2012 penny struck center by 50%, fetched $180 at auction. One rare die break error coin brought in over $350 due to its extreme uniqueness. So before you toss that cent away, take a second look. Chapter 5, Market Value in 2025. So what's the real-world value of these coins right now in 2025? Let's break it down by condition. Circulated 2012 penny, still worth face value, 1 cent. Brilliant uncirculated, between $5 to $40. High grade certified, between $100 to $400, depending on demand and strike. Proof 2012 penny, between $10 to $50. Rare error coins, from $50 all the way to $585.331 and beyond, depending on the error type. Yes, you heard that right. Some 2012 Lincoln cents in pristine or error condition have crossed the $585 mark, and some private collectors are willing to pay even more for specific high-grade varieties. Chapter 6, How to Find THEM. You don't need to be a millionaire to get started. All you need is a sharp eye, a magnifying glass, and the patience to look through your loose change, bank rolls, or coin collections. Here are some tips. Ask for penny rolls from your local bank. Look for sharp details, unusual marks, or missing elements. Use a coin grading app or consult a coin dealer. Get high-quality coins professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Remember, condition is king. Even a rare coin loses its value if it's scratched, dull, or damaged. Most people overlook the penny, but the truth is, some of the most overlooked coins in your change can be worth a fortune. And the 2012 Lincoln Shield cent is proof that modern coins can still hold massive surprises. So, the next time you spot a shiny copper coin on the sidewalk, don't pass it up. That little disc could be your ticket to a collector's payday. And now it's over to you. Do you have a 2012 Lincoln penny hiding in your drawer, pocket, or old collection? Take a look and share your finds with us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the story and value of the 2012 Lincoln cent, make sure to like, subscribe, and smash that bell icon so you never miss another episode of USA Coins 1, where every coin tells a story, and every cent could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. And remember, the treasure is already in your hands. See you in the next one.